let us see here these ICs. See here 28C54 is 1 RAM. Okay. Here if you see here 8K by 8, in the sense what? 2 power 3 into 10, kilo means 10, 2 power 10, that means it will be having 2 power 13, around, like see here you will be having 13 address lines. Like see A0 to A12, there are 13 address lines were there with 8 outputs. With 8 outputs, this is your write enable. Okay, this is your chip select and output enable. What are your chip select and output enable? Chip select means, if suppose there are number of chips were there, if you want to select only one particular chip, by using chip select input, you can select that particular chip. Okay, and output enable, and you want to access the data, you want to read the data from that particular chip, you will be accessing, you will be asserting output enable pin. That is output enable. OE is nothing but output enable, CS is nothing but the chip select. It will provide that address to the chip. Okay. Like that, see here 32K by 8, 32K is 2 power 5 into 2 power 10. That means, in the sense it will be having 15, there are 15 address lines will be there, that is nothing but A0 to A14, that is nothing but 15 address lines with 8 output lines, see A0 to A7. Like that, similarly 128 kilobytes, that means it will be having 15 address lines, in the sense A0 to so on up to A14. So, it takes how many possible combinations you will be getting? So many address lines, 2 power 15 address lines will be there, that means that much address space is available. See here 2 power 128 kilobytes to 128 kilobytes, in the sense like what? 2 power 8, 2 power 8 into 10, that is nothing but those many address lines you will be getting it. Okay, coming to ROM control inputs and timing. See, I want to tell here about ROM control inputs. What are control inputs? How can you control that chip? With the help of chip select and output enable, right, and write enable inputs. These are your control inputs. That means whether you can want to select that particular chip, whether you want to access the data from that particular chip by using output enable, by using write enable you want to write the data into that particular chip. As you know that memory is nothing but a black box, you just want to take the data or you want to keep the data, everything will be done by the processor. Microprocessor only will provide the address, microprocessor only will provide the data, just it is used for storing. Okay. Then it will only wants to take the data and want to write the data, that everything done by the microprocessor. See, this is timing, means you will be seeing what is that. See here, as of see, if I want to interface 128 kilobytes of data of this 128 kilobytes into a microprocessor, how to interface that? How to interface that? How to interface? See here 128, in the sense what? 2 power 7 into 2 power 10 bytes. Okay. Suppose if I want to interface it, right, it will be having around 2 power 15, 2 power 17, sorry 2 power 17. So, there will be like 17 address lines it should take. Okay. 17 address lines it should have, and it should be interfacing with the microprocessor. But see here, if I am taking this chip, that is nothing but 28C256, this chip where it is having only 15 address lines. So, if I want to interface like 17 address lines to the microprocessor. Okay. If you see here in this diagram, you can able to see there are 4 chips that are interfaced to the microprocessor. Okay. See here, you can observe there are 15 address lines and 1 chip select and output enable and write enable. What is your chip select? You can access only 1 chip at a time. The microprocessor can access only 1 chip at a time. At the same time, output enable, if you want to read the data, what is there in that? That means this output data will be available by the microprocessor only when output enable is asserted. When output enable is asserted, you can access the output data from the chip to the processor. If suppose you are not asserting your output enable pin, that means you cannot access the data, even though the data is present at the output, but you cannot access the data. Okay. So, these are the specifications of each IC. Okay. If you see here, there are 4 ICs that are interfaced to the microprocessor. Right around. See here 32K. 32K in the sense 2 power 5 into 2 power 10 will be around 2 power 15. So, it will be having 15 address lines. So, but whereas you want to interface like 128 kilobytes. 128 kilobytes means 2 power 17 address lines. There are 17 address buses should be there. But whereas here if you see this chip which is having only 15 address lines. So, that is why we have took 4 ICs of that type. Okay. See here. Two power 15 into 4 can be written as 2 square, that can be written as 2 power 17. So, you are interfacing 2 power 17 in the sense, see here 17 address lines, that is 128 kilobytes. 128 kilobytes of address space is interfaced to the microprocessor, okay, by taking 4 of same chips. See here, if you see 28C256 which is having 15 address lines. These 15 address lines are allocated to the 15 address lines of microprocessor. But whereas if you see in microprocessor we have 20 address lines, 20, that is A0 to A19, that is 20 address lines were available. But if you see this IC, it is only having 15 address lines. So, whatever the address input, that will be given, okay, simultaneously. But what about other 5? What about other 5? The other 5 are used to access or used for accessing like control inputs. Okay. If you see here 15, 16, 15th pin and 16th pin are used to provide to an 2 input, like if you see here this is like 2 by 4 decoder. As you all know that depending upon your inputs only one pin will be active low, as it is like active low input. Okay. At the same time the other 3 lines 17, 18, 19 will be provided to the NAND gate, will be given as an enable to the decoder. See, depending upon your input only one output line will be activated low, as it is active low pins, and remaining all will be your active high pins. Okay. Only one will be your active low, and this one will be given to your chip select. That means you are accessing this chip. Right now the microprocessor is accessing this chip. Okay. That means your chip select is asserted, and if suppose this that means you are giving the address from the microprocessor to this particular chip. So, whatever the data in that particular address will be available at the output. So, you can read the data. You can read the data, that is microprocessor can able to read the data from this chip and fed to this microprocessor. Whatever the data that is there, that will be accessed by the microprocessor. If you see here, if you want to write the data, into this particular chip, if you want to write the data, see here, this write enable pin will be asserted. If you are providing some write enable pin will be asserted, so that you are writing the data into this particular address location. The address location will be provided by the microprocessor. That 15 address lines will be provided by the microprocessor. Okay. So, in that address whatever the data you want to write, so you can write into that particular data, into particular address. Okay. In this way it is going to work, alright. That means you are interfacing 128 kilobytes to the microprocessor, to the 20 pin microprocessor. Okay. So, if you see here, this microprocessor is having 20 address lines, and 8 data lines as well as read and write. If you want to read the data from this particular chip, this pin will be active low. See here, only either you can read or either you can write, only one operation can be done. You cannot do both, right? You cannot you cannot read the data and simultaneously cannot write the data into it. Read enable is low, it indicates that you are reading the data from that particular chip. If write enable pin is low, it indicates that you are writing the data from into that particular chip with the address provided by the microprocessor. Okay, and this is used as a chip select. These 2 to 4 decoder helps to as a control inputs to all the 4 chips. See here, ROM control and IO signals. What are your IO signals and how this ROM is going to control it? See here, there are n minus 1, that is nothing but n address lines. It indicates that like as you have already seen that 20 address lines indicates that A0 to A19, 20 address lines. At the same time some B data lines, whereas chip select, that is one or more like active low. See here, chip select mean this is active low. Okay, this is active low indicates that if suppose this is active low, that means you are powering on all the devices, either row decoder, storage array as well as column multiplexer. Okay, you are activating all the chips. Okay, if suppose chip select pin is active high, suppose you are active high, what happens? This active high will be provided to this. So, this will be in off condition, at the same time storage array will be off. You cannot access the data what is there in that particular that means particular address. See, all the address will be provided by the microprocessor, the row decoder will decode that, at the same time this column multiplexer will select that particular array like row as well as column. Based on that particular data, what is there, that you can access the data. See, this is your output enable. Output enable should be active low, then only you can access your data at the output enable. At the same time, see, this is also given to output enable, this is like buffer. If suppose this is 0, then only you can access the data. If it is like 1, you cannot access the data. Okay. That means even though you are providing address, you are providing chip select also, if suppose your output enable is low, you can access the data, but if output enable is 1, you cannot access the data. At the same time, you can also power off the device. See here, you can only, if suppose chip select is enabled low, that means this will be provided to both row decoder as well as storage array as well as column multiplexer. So, when address is available, these are activated. So, this is also activated, this is also activated, this is activated. So, you can enable this chip is enabled, you can read or write this operation. If suppose chip enable is high, if chip enable pin is high, it indicates that all are in off condition, that means your power is off. Your power is off, it indicates that you cannot access this. Even though address is available, you cannot access this. Okay, you cannot access this row decoder, storage array as well as column multiplexer. So, whatever the data is stored in that particular address also you cannot access it, output also you cannot access it, right. This is what your control and IO signals. How you are going to control the chip with the help of chip select, with the help of output enable. See, if suppose output enable is active low, then only you can access the data. Okay. If suppose output enable is 1, even though output is available, you cannot access the data at the output, right. See here ROM timings. From the timing diagram only we can know with what delay, what delay it is able to write the data, with what delay it can able to read the data. Everything will be knowing from your timing diagram. See, this is all the definitions you for reference purpose. Okay. See here ROM timing. See here TAA in the sense access time from the address. Okay, as address is provided, how much time it takes to access the data from that particular address. See, access time from the address, as address is available, how much time it is taking to access the data from that particular address, as well as access time from the chip select. That means you are selecting that particular chip, how much time it is taking to access the data after the chip is selected. After the chip is selected, how much time it is taking to access or to take the data or to read the data from that particular chip. Whereas TOE indicates your output enable time, and TOZ is nothing but your disabled time, output disabled, output hold time. See here, see where you find TAA, this is your TAA. Okay. What is TAA indicates your C. As address is available, access time from the address, that means as address is available, chip select is also activated low, it is also activated, output enable is also activated, but you are getting the valid data after some period of delay. See here address is available, but you are getting the data, after some delay. This is called your TAA, access time from the address. Address is available, so right. Next one, see here, what is your TACS? That means chip select is activated, but there is some delay to access the data. Again see here, see, as address is available, okay, chip select is also activated, but you are getting the valid data here. Okay. So, what is that delay? See, this is what. That means even though chip is selected, but you are getting the valid data after some time, after some delay. After the chip is selected, you are getting the valid data after some delay, that is called your access time from the chip select. So, if you want your data to be very fast, right, if you are accessing that particular chip, whatever the data that is there in that particular chip will be accessed by the microprocessor, right. But see here, even the chip is selected, okay, address is available, but you are getting the valid data after some delay, that is called your access time from the chip select. Output enable, where is TOE you find? See here, TOE is available over here. That means as address is available and chip select is also asserted low and output is enabled here, output is enabled. Okay. But you see, this indicates here some invalid or invalid data. Okay. You are getting some invalid data after some particular time delay, that is your output enable. That means you can access your output, but you are not getting at the output, you are not getting, okay, you are not getting at least valid data or invalid data, you are not getting any data, but after some period you are getting your some uninterrupted data, okay, that is your output enable. Where TOZ indicates your disabled time, okay. What is your TOZ? That means disabled time means you are disabling it, okay. You are see here, output enable is active high, that means 1 indicates that you are disabling your output, but even though you are disabling your output, you are getting some valid data, that means it is you are getting some valid data even though your output is disabled, okay, that is your disabled time. Next, output hold time. Output hold time indicates what? See here, output hold time. If suppose address is not available, see here, till here address is available, from here address is not available. Even though address is not available, you are getting some valid data. That means output is holding some data even though address is not available. It is called your output hold time, okay, that is your TOH. Next, what are the advantages and disadvantages? ROM has many advantages, like it is easier to design, okay, easier to design as well as very fast speed operation. But whereas if you see here, these are very faster than SSI and MSI devices, okay, and PLDs also. At the same time, it is easier to modify, that means you can modify it and you can whatever the stored data, like as you have seen EEPROM, EPROM, like that, whatever the data that is already stored, you can modify it by simply removing the data, and by exposing it to ultraviolet rays, you can expose it and you can remove the data and you can write the data, okay, depends upon all these things. The prices of ROMs are dropping and density increases, okay, making them more economical. That means the price is also at lower cost. So, when compared to what are the disadvantages, like it is like power efficient, okay, it will take more power, it will be consumed.